Hey guys, how are you doing? I hope you're all well, and today we're going to be doing a Salamangreat or salad test hand and deck profile. So without further ado, let's get into the test hands. Okay, so first with this hand we want to activate Silent Mining. Avarice is just dead in our hand at the moment. We could add our copy of Mia, because then when Mia's added to the hand, we can special summon it. We can activate Will of the salad. Normal summon this other Mia. Then link summon one of the Mias into a Balinx. Trigger the effect of Balinx to get Sanctuary. Activate Sanctuary. Set roll. Special link summon into Sunlight Wolf. And end our turn. Now we can activate Will of the Salamangreat to get one of our Mias back. Normal summon Spinny. Trigger the effect of Sunlight Wolf to recycle our Balinx. Then we can link summon using the Salamangreat Heat Leo. Link Heat Leo into another Heat Leo. Special summon Spinny. Activate Heat Leo. Target Heat Leo. Target Spinny. Make Spinny's attack equal to Heat Leo's attack. Now, attack. We could activate Rage to pop cards, but in this case we don't want to activate Rage because the opponent doesn't have anything. Also, you never want to trigger Salad Sanctuary when you attack. It'll only screw you over. The effect of Heat Leo isn't once per turn, so you can do it again. And then with this field we can just attack the game. Or attack the game. I'll get into the other test hand now. Okay, so this hand, we want to activate Will of the Salamangreat, activate Silent Mining. In this case, I'll just send Ash Blossom because it's kind of a dead card in my hand. Now, normally I'd get Mia, but I don't want to do that in this case because I want to show you the combo that coincides with Flame Buffalo. So either one of these is fine. I'm gonna summon Jack Jaguar. Don't chain Foul. Summon Flame Buffalo. Link away Flame Buffalo. Then Flame Buffalo. Activate that. Chain Flame Buffalo. To discard Foul to draw 2 cards. And then activate Sanctuary. Link summon again into Sunlight Wolf. And then what can we do in the graveyard? Jaguar lets us shuffle Foul back into the deck to special summon it. And then with that, we can use Sunlight Wolf to recycle our Ash back to our hand. Then we can link summon these two into Heat Leo. Heat Leo would pop. And then, yeah, that's it. Activate Spinny. Spinny can target Heat Leo. Make it an attack, then we can special summon Heat Leo. Then we can special summon Spinny. We can special summon Jaguar again. Send Sunlight Wolf back. Activate Silent Mining. Send one of our Ashes. And this time we will get Mia. Special summon Mia. Link again. Well, link the Heat. We could link into access code. And then access code. Let's just do that. And then attack. If Spinny was in attack mode, you would have attacked for game. Now let's get on to the actual deck profile. So first up we have Salad Paro. And Paro has the effect of when your opponent declares an attack, you can special summon it from your hand in attack mode. And if this card is special summoned, you can target one Salamangreat monster in your graveyard. Its attack becomes equal to that target's. Also, you contribute this card to gain 2,000 life points. Now, next up we have Jaguar. Jaguar has the effect of inflicting piercing damage. And if we control a Salamangreat Link monster when this is in our graveyard, you can target one Salamangreat monster in our graveyard, except Jaguar. Shuffle that target into the deck, and if you do special summon this card to a zone your Link monster points to. And we run 2 of them. We run 1 Salad Foul. Foul lets, if a Salamangreat monster except Foul is normal or special summon to your field, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. And you can send 1 Salamangreat card from your hand to your face-up field to the graveyard and target 1 set spell your opponent controls and negate it for that turn. We run 1 copy of Wolvie. A monster that was linked summoned with Wolvie cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects for the rest of that turn, and you can only use one of the effects of Wolvie once per turn and only once that turn. If this card is special summoned from the graveyard, you can target 1 fire monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand, and if this card is added from your graveyard to your hand by an effect, you can reveal this card, then target 1 fire monster in the graveyard and add it to your hand. So basically it recycles any fire monster. We run 2 Falcos. Falco, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 Salamangreat spell and trap in your graveyard, set that target to your field. It's to recycle Sanctuary or anything. If this card is in your graveyard, you can target 1 Salamangreat monster you control, except Falco. Return that monster to the hand, and if you do, special summon that card. Now that coincides with Mia, because if you have Mia on the field, you can turn Mia, special summon Falco, then Mia's effect will trigger and you can special summon Mia. We're on one copy of Gazelle because it's limited. I hate that fact. If a Salamangreat monster is sent from your graveyard, is sent to the graveyard except Gazelle, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is no more special summoned, you can send one Salamangreat card from your deck to your graveyard except Gazelle. So, that's why they're limited, is because if you had another Gazelle, you could do the entire combo again. We own 3 copies of Flame Buffalo. If Flame Buffalo leaves the field, you could once per turn you can discard 1 Cyberse monster and draw 2 cards. We own 3 copies of Spinny. You can discard Spinny, make a face-up monster on the field, gain 500 attack until the end of this turn. And if you control a Salamangreat monster other than Spinny, and it's in your graveyard, you can special summon this card but banish it when it leaves the field. And you can only use its effect once per turn. We run 3 because it's a good 3 of. We run 1 copy of Coyote. Coyote, during the end phase of this card, is in the graveyard because it was sent there as link material. This turn, you can activate one of the following effects. Target 1 Salamangreat monster in your graveyard except Coyote, special summon it in defense position. Target 1 card in your graveyard except Coyote, add it to your hand. So you can recycle a Raccoon, which acts as the hand trap for this deck. Run 3 copies of Ash Blossom, 2 copies of Ghost Bell, 2 copies of Mia. When it's added to your hand except by drawing it for your normal draw, you can special summon it, and if it's in your hand, you can discard 1 other Salamangreat card to special summon it. Now we have Raccoon. Raccoon, when your Salamangreat monster is targeted for an attack by an opponent's monster, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard. Then target those 2 monsters that will battle, gain life points equal to the attack of the opponent's monster. Also, your targeted monster cannot be destroyed by battle this turn. When your Salamangreat monster destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, while this card is in your graveyard, you can add this card to your hand. We own 1 copy of Mole. During your main phase, if you link summon this turn, you can special summon this card from your hand to a zone a link monster points to. If you control no monsters, you can banish this card from your graveyard and target 5 Salamangreat cards in your graveyard, shuffle them into the deck, and then draw 2 cards. So it's basically a pot of avarice. Run 3 copies of Silent Mining, discard a card, add 1 level 4 lower Cyberse monster from your deck to your hand. Run 3 copies of Pot of Avarice, target 5 monsters in your graveyard, shuffle all 5 into the deck, then draw 2 cards. Run 1 copy of Circle. Circle, you can either add 1 Salamangreat monster from your deck to your hand, or target 1 Salamangreat link monster you control that was link summoned using a monster with its same name as material. That link monster is unaffected by monster effects except its own. It was limited because it's a quick play. I don't know why it was limited, but yeah. We have 2 copies of Will of the Salamangreat. During your main phase, you can special summon 1 Salamangreat monster from your hand or graveyard. So you can send this face-up card from the field to the graveyard and target 1 Salamangreat link monster you control that was link summoned using the monster with its same name as material. Special summon Salamangreat monsters from your hand or graveyard in defense position up to the number of that monster's link rating. You can only use 1 will effect per turn and only once that turn. We run 1 Sanctuary. Sanctuary lets us use Salamangreat link monsters as the full material for a monster with its same name. Its other effect isn't important. We run 2 Rages. Rage. Send 1 Salamangreat monster from your hand or face-up field to the graveyard and target 1 card on the field, destroy it. Or target 1 Salamangreat link monster you control that was link summoned using a monster with its same name as material and destroy cards your opponent controls up to that monster's link rating. 2 rules. Roar when a spell or trap when a spell, trap, or monster effect is activated when you control Salamangreat Link monster, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. And while this card is in the graveyard, if a Salamangreat Link monster is link summoned to your field using a monster with the same name, you can set this card to your field. You can set this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. We're on 2 Pyro Phoenix. Pyro Phoenix, if it's link summoned using Pyro Phoenix as material, you can board wipe your opponent. And you can target 1 link monster in your opponent's graveyard, special summon it to your opponent's field, and if a link monster is special summoned to your opponent's field, except during the damage step, you can target 1 of those monsters, inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original attack. We're on 1 copy of Access Code, because Access Code is poggers. We're on 2 Heat Leos. Heat Leo, when it's link summoned, you can target 1 card in your opponent's spell trap zone and chop it into the deck, and if it's link summoned using Heat Leo's material, you can target 1 face-up monster on the field and 1 monster in your graveyard. The attack of the monster on the field becomes equal to the attack of the monster in the graveyard. We're on 1 copy of Update Jammer. Update Jammer we only use as in a pinch. And Update Jammer, it basically negates other when a Cyberse monster battles, it negates all other card effects on the field, and each damage calculation uses the monster's original attack, so it negates attack boost. We're in 3 copies of Sunlight Wolf. Sunlight Wolf, if a monster is normal or special summoned to a zone this card points to, except during the damage step, you can add 1 fire monster from your graveyard to your hand, but for the rest of this turn, you cannot normal summon / set or special summon monsters with that added monster's name. And during your main phase, if this card was link summoned using Sunlight Wolf as material, you can add 1 Salamangreat spell and trap from your graveyard to your hand, so it recycles Sanctuary, and it's once per turn. We run 3 Balinxes. Balinx, when it's link summoned, add 1 Sanctuary from your deck to your hand, and if a Salamangreat card you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. And then we run 3 Almirages. And Almirages, you contribute this card, then target 1 monster you control. It cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects this turn. And when a normal summoned monster you control is destroyed by battle while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card. I hope you enjoyed this deck profile. I hope it's helpful. That being said, stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.